Hi, my name is Shirley Kanan, and for this project I set out to do a short video documentary to see what Loyola students' opinions are on the drinking age in the United States, and this is what I found out.
My name is Alan, but my stage name is Prince. Well, I think it's pretty over the limit. It pretty much seems to me like having that kind of hard rule is kind of making people break that and drink more.
Yeah, I think that there's definitely like a lot of like controversy about it. I mean, like there's like a good reason why it's 21, but then there's also like other reasons. And if like other countries can like have a lower like drinking age and like still have like a lower like amount of alcoholism, like I think that proves a lot about people in general.
I think that it's good because it keeps it out of high schools, but I feel like if it was more a part of our culture, like in Italy they drink wine with a lot of stuff, then we wouldn't really have that much of a problem in high schools. And I think that it's kind of stupid that someone that goes overseas to serve our country can't come back and have a glass of wine to celebrate.
I don't know, I think the way that like America is right now, it kind of has to be for older people because kids are really dumb here. Yeah, but like in Italy, like there's like 15-year-olds, when they win a soccer game, they get like this huge ass thing of wine, and it's like they're not sitting there like drinking all day, like going to institutions and stuff like people here are. I don't know, I just think like it's like prevented like for younger people to have alcohol, but then it makes them want it more, and then they just end up getting in trouble.
Yeah, I think definitely like since it is so prevented for younger people, like they do it just because it's bad, and I think if they like lowered it till 18 like the rest of the world, it kind of like normalizes it for families, so like kids get used to drinking and that they don't binge drink as much because they're used to it and it's not a new thing, so that's why there's so much problems in college and high school.
I'm Noah Whitney. I'm a biology major with a molecular emphasis. I probably think it should be lower, probably 18. Like, it makes sense. It coincides with the other, limits for things. Kids between the ages of 18 and 21, like, go and get alcohol anyways, or getting like fake IDs, which leads to more problems. So if you're at 18, you can regulate it more and keep people safe.
I definitely think it should be lower, down to at least 18. If you were to compare our country to other places where the drinking age was much lower, somewhere like Spain or something like that, if you were there, you don't really see or witness much of any like crazy, obnoxiously drunk people running around and stuff like that. It's because I feel like when they released the prohibited beverage like alcohol to kids when they're younger, they learn from it faster, because I feel like when you make the mistake of drinking too much, it makes you think about drinking and what it's actually meant for and how you should not abuse it.
I think that the drinking age is obnoxious because it's harder to buy alcohol in this country than it is to buy illicit drugs, because they are not controlled in the same way that alcohol is controlled. You have to have an ID to go into a store, and a drug dealer is never going to ask you for an ID. So it's easier to buy heroin in this country than it is to buy alcohol. So you have an epidemic with drugs for underage kids because they can't get access to alcohol, which is supposedly legal. So the whole thing is muddy.
And I wasn't born here either, so I grew up a little bit differently. And it's just, to me, it just seems a little like, it's what's it called? It's a cliche argument, but if you can die for your country at 18, I don't see why you can't drink. And if you're gonna, I mean, if you're gonna lower the drinking age and you're worried about people drinking and driving, you can raise the license age like a year or so just to compromise. There's definitely things you could do to avoid the whole problem.
That's actually what they did in the Netherlands. Like you can't drive until you're, I think, 21 or something like that, and you can drink when you're like 16 or 17 or something.
I mean, most of Europe anyways, and they don't have nearly the same kinds of drinking problems that we do. And in Germany, you can drink beer, I think, 16, Ireland 14, all other European countries 18, and so, I don't know, I think it's self-explanatory. That's me.
My name is John Paul Williams. I am 22 years old, I'm a junior, and my major is philosophy. My opinion on the drinking age in America is that if you can take a bullet in the chest at age 18, you should be able to have a beer. I think it's not right that someone can go and die for the country, but they can't enjoy a drink with their dad at a bar.